When last we left off with Castor's Trap, we got our shit kicked in. So we're gonna see what we can do about that. We also ended up stuck with this. And, now I gotta try to figure out what we're gonna do. Already happened. Ignore. Did we deserve it? Her killing us the way she did? No, I do not believe we did. Oh, we can leave now. Good. So we gotta follow the bear's gaze. Oh, what, are the lights off up here now? Hmm. We can't get that yet. We didn't deserve the killing at all. But let's see, if avocado was a good move, I'm glad that the avocado was a good choice. Something feels missing. Room, before room, upstairs is according to her anyway. Mouse! What do you think? But quite fitting for a silent one like you. Ignore it. Anyway, I have some fun news for you, Mouse. I've deduced that 2 of the 3 items we are looking for is currently upstairs. Also, you might want to be careful. No point wasting time down here. Off you go! That's the fucking bog witch. Jump scare! Oh, okay. I... Remain resilient. Okay. You might want to be careful. I'll save right there, I guess. Okay, that's not fair. That's not fair. So exactly what are we supposed to do about that? Like, the Bog Witch says we need 3 things upstairs. Doesn't really elaborate on what we need. Good tinder for the fire. Ah. What is that, gonna keep the fog away or something now? Ah, fuck it. Cozy feeling. Relax. And something horrible is going to happen. Oh. No? We just get to sit here and relax for a moment? Feel the nice warmth of the hearth? That's it? Okay. Actually colored me pleasantly surprised. Let's see. Warm fireplace brings back memories of the winter season and especially eggnog. Which they're actually selling that right now. And I would like to get some. Eggnog is delicious. Let's see, if I do this again, the fire upstairs is probably gonna go out, isn't it? Or wait, is that thing upstairs actually the Bog Witch? Kick your feet up. Yeah, that would be nice. Ignore. See, 2 out of the 3 items we're looking for is currently upstairs. Off you go. Okay, now that'll be after this. Oh, come the fuck on! That's not fair! That is legitimately not fair! How are we supposed to avoid her and get past this section? Like, this area is legitimately too small for this. On top of that, the only thing we can really kite her around is this fireplace. Yeah, she kind of do look she got a sphincter for a face. Right, starting to sink in. So, like, what am I supposed to do? Just keep trying until I eventually get it? Because, like, something else I've noticed that other RPG Maker's games do when there's, like, a chase sequence like this, or, like, you have, like, a stalker enemy coming after you while you have to collect X amount of items. When you're grabbing the item, the enemy actually stops in most of the other games. I don't know if it's, like, a limitation of the engine, or if it's just, like, a conscious decision on those developers' parts. But the fact that she continues to move while you're still collecting the parts is exceedingly annoying. And yeah, I think that's I don't see where she is right now. But like the little ghost lady from before, I think that's her body. Like little skeleton here. I think it is the purple-haired lady in this portrait. Rip her, I guess, yeah. Now my question is, though, where are we supposed to get salt? Because very clearly, the book over here is showing us that, hey, if you have salt, you can dispel ghosts, which is what the thing fucking chasing us is, I'm assuming. Probably the ghost of the Bog Witch. I thought the blonde was the Bog Witch, but the teddy bear being ripped up kind of leads me to believe otherwise. And this is just going to talk about the volcanic ash still, so there's like any useful items here? Yeah, like there's nothing we can get. Are you able to burn the remains? I don't know, because like when I was trying to run through or run around, I couldn't light the fireplace. So it's like we come here to turn the light on and that sets her off. Unless, of course, we can try to turn on a light somewhere else. Because the moment she shows up, the, yeah, she's like right there. And she just slurps. And see? And now she's just sitting there. Like, is she legitimately stuck there? So, what? Just fuck us, I guess? Because we've already gotten all the hits on us. We can't use our items. We can't bring up that menu. And if I go touch her and be next to her... Like, we've already had all the hits we can take. She's gonna kill us if I go near her. I don't have a piece of... It's not faith, MC. As much as that would help, maybe. I don't know. But yeah, if I touch her, we're gonna die. Something you need in that corner? Yeah, like the way back down. Like, I legitimately don't know what I'm supposed to do here. Because, like, if there's salt, I don't know where it is. Okay, yeah. I'm not waiting on the game and its long-ass death screen, so we're just gonna start the game over. So we saved down here. Kalimba. And there's only lanterns in there. Okay, so there is salt, but we can't even take it. See, like right there, it says salt. Okay, so she just shows up no matter which one we're at. Fuck, we missed an arm. And you see what I mean? Yeah, like, she is literally right on our ass! I assume the stuff around her was like flames, yeah. Like, what? Legitimately, what are we supposed to do in this situation? Common sense would say, like, oh, this is a bag of salt. This is a motherfucking ghost. We have an image that's here that says, hey, you do this to the remains, maybe you'll be fine. Lady, you're undead, get a hobby, yeah. But, like, I bought the supporter edition so I could have the walkthrough because the game is still relatively new and I haven't seen, like, too many videos made on it. But at the same time, like, I've made my feelings about walkthroughs known in the past, where I'm not gonna fault people for needing them, but I feel like it's a failure on a developer's part if a player has to immediately try to go to a walkthrough in order to figure out what they're missing. Which I understand is very, I guess, harsh to say, but that is how I feel. Like, your player, you should keep things mysterious so that the player has to figure shit out, but you shouldn't make it so esoteric that it becomes frustrating at the same time. You have to guide them, but don't hold their hand. And right now, I can't tell if the salt is now just a red herring or something. And given what I've seen of the symbols around in this game already, I'm pretty sure that these markers are probably some kind of magic sigil. But, yeah, all the lights in here are out. This one is on. So it's like, the moment we try to turn any of these lights on, we're fucked. And that lantern's still on. So, like, legitimately, what am I supposed to do? Because for some stupid-ass reason, we cannot run. That would be the only thing that would make this bearable is if we could actually run around. Either if you're gonna keep her moving during a scene where we're trying to pick up an item, either make it so that we can run, or if we're picking up the item, you make her stop. That would be my critique on that. Because this is what, my 5th time now? 5th time trying to get past this? Something like that, yeah. And like, I gotta say, I do hate it every time when I play a game and I start going critical on it. I really do, because I know not very many people really like hearing a person bitch about a game and what they find wrong with it. But it's just... How am I trying to word this? A person plays a game, let's see, tell me why a bottle of honey that's organic has an expiration date. It's because the bottle itself is the expiration date, not the honey itself. Sometimes you gotta air those frustrations. Yeah. I'm also eating a piece of chocolate. Hmm. I mean, the only thing I can really think of to do is to just keep trying. But at the same time, it feels like I'm bashing my head against a wall in the process. I'm eating some organic gummies. Ooh, delicious. Gummies. Ooh, this is the melted chocolate bar, so it's like partially sunk into it. Odd consistency, but it's very good. Oh, I'm glad. Alright, I guess no more wasting time. Let's see. I'll just save right here next to this lamp. But like, it's something about the bear's gaze from, I think is what I remember. Like, she isn't telling us this again. It's been like a week since I last played. So like, whatever we need, this bear has. Or rather, the spider has, because the bear is looking at it and that's what we were told to do. But now we're gonna have to deal with this. Okay, here I was hoping, like, maybe if we didn't turn the light on. We already got hit twice, didn't we? shit, oh shit. Wait, where'd she go? Are you kidding me? So that door is locked! What the fuck? Okay, so that's 6 times now that she just killed us, so I'm just gonna open up the walkthrough and see what the fuck we're supposed to do. So... Not even gonna... I feel like it's gonna be very petty to say this, but your developer journal should have a... It should have a table of contents. Pick up the bear pieces. Apparently there's a fucking ring in them. Only use them when she pick up the bear pieces and only use them when she disappears. Yes, be patient. No. I'm sorry, but no, that's just bullshit design. That's not well designed. I don't... So rather than actually giving us a means to get away from her, it's a random variable on whether or not she vanishes. And we only get that small chance to look at the pieces and that's it. Are you kidding me? That is horrible design. So what, we just do the slow... And see? That's bullshit right there. And see, she actually moves really fast. Or at least, like, her movement frequency is higher than normal. It looks like it. And we're about to die. So yeah. She moves at normal speed from what I can tell. But she has a higher movement for her frequency, which means she's actually moving faster than normal pace. Meanwhile, we're stuck at low frequency, moving at a normal speed, so we're slower than her. Add into that, she doesn't stop moving when we pick up a piece. And, which I get why now he said, like, hey, only do this when she disappears, because she keeps moving during a text box when that's popped up still. Yeah, yeah. And I mean, I know I don't have a whole lot of room to talk, because, like, I watched him play my game, my old game from, like, years fucking back. Not sure what the dev was thinking. What's BGL? Yeah, because, like, I'm partially wondering, like, how close of a remake is this? Yeah, because, like, I know my game was not that good. It was not. Oh, not gonna lie, yeah. And, like, one of the things that I still constantly bitch about in games, like the whole, hey, there's, like, this thing where if you go back to check it out, then you see it's actually there. I'm fucking guilty of that. I know I am guilty of that. Granted, I've only been, like, trying to make games and not release anything for fucking ever either. But, yeah, this is not good design. It's not. This segment right here is absolutely horrible. Oh shit, there she is. Okay, so not only do we have to wait on her to disappear to open them, we have to wait on her to... Oh shit. We have to wait on her to vanish in order to even collect the items. See, every now and then I think, oh, it would be fun to make a game. And then I look at our RPG Maker games and think, nah, we good, fam. Oh, fuck me running. Okay, there she is. And, like, it's not... I mean, I shouldn't say it. It's not hard to make a game. It is difficult to make a game. It really genuinely is. But that's what playtesters are for. Okay, there she is. You have people playtest your game, and I would say if it takes them more than 3 times to get through a section of your game, then you need to rework it. Because if your playtester has a hard time with it, then your other players are gonna have a hard time with it. And I don't mean oh, well, just tell your playtester what to do. No, they need to figure it out for themselves. Let's see, there she is. Yeah, she is scary fast, yeah. Not to mention, you have to look around in the dark to watch for her disappearing. So, like, you can also barely see her in the dark. Oh shit, there she is. I want to know how many playtesters there were. And how often did they figure things out by themselves? Okay, now we're supposed to let her catch us. The ghosts don't feel so good anymore now, Mr. Stark. I am not doing that again. So it took 7 tries and reading the guide. I don't know, maybe there was something in the text that said, hey, there's something in this limb, but I don't really remember right off. That could just be my lingering frustration with that sequence. But that's... Again, that portion was just horribly designed. That was not good. That was not fun. And it was a locket. Mysterious locket. Let's see. One of these shards... Okay, 4 is the one that doesn't resonate. Could she know something about it? How do you ask? See, does 5 do it? That doesn't do it either. Where the locket? It's grayed out, so we can't use it. What's the worst that can happen? Well, we talked to her the first time before, but she stabbed us. I don't fancy being stabbed. But now there's quote-unquote 3 things we need. I guess the locket is one of them. We've got a strange lens. I don't know if we'll be using that. Actually, you know what? No. I'm gonna light a fire and I'm gonna relax. What's the spider got? The spider has a gem. The sudden void created during the encounter makes even a lighter fight. Oh. Light the fire. Oh, so we don't even get to have a fire after that bullshit. Okay. When scarred at the depths of the band, the bear's food. What the fuck ever. Just yoink it. And we're probably not going to be able to resonate with that one either. But yeah, there was like a black widow sitting on top of that crystal shard. Oh, what do you know? The mouse lives. Fuck you, you cunt. Mouse, you're okay. I was so worried about you. Oh, what's the matter, Mouse? You look as though you've had something to say to me. How about this? For your good work, I will allow you to ask me one question. Go on, Mouse. I promise not to hold you accountable. You may not know me, but you can trust that I hold my promises. Let's see, just brush it away. What's the worst it can do? Bite you? I mean, like... Yeah, Black Widows are still dangerous. Like, assuming... Like, our character is a teenager, so he's, like, mostly grown up. A Black Widow bite probably wouldn't be dangerous. It would still hurt like a bitch. And it's still, like, a poisonous bite. Well, it's not really poisonous, because it would only be poisonous if you ate it, so it's venomous. But, like, it wouldn't really harm an adult-ish body. It would hurt like a motherfucker, yeah. Now, if they're, say, like a little kid, then that's another story, but... Anyway, I'm not trusting this bitch for as far as I could throw her. I am hurt. Has your mother not taught you about hurting a lady's feelings? Why, you ain't a fucking lady, you tart. Very well, let us proceed. I believe you might have retrieved an item in exchange for that encounter. Bring it to the seal, and the rest will play out as it will. Our mom is dead! I don't know about that. Mouse up to the steel. Yeah, may as well. Excellent job, Mouse. What's the matter? You're not capable of finding anything meaningful enough? I think I'd be the one to fathom the ideas of such monotonous emotions. Gifts, journals, whatever else would a typical human hold dear? Oh, so we could do this the whole fucking time. Only before we had to ask. But, I am very angry at the moment, and that's purely because... Okay, you know what? I already saved, so it doesn't matter. But earlier in this room, I accidentally soft-locked myself in this spot by accident because I could not talk to her and ask her to move the fuck out of my way. In that room, I could only ask her to move aside once. And then I got stuck. Yeah. And now it doesn't matter. We can just move through her as we please. It's like, on one hand, I'm glad that change was there, but I am... Whatever. Well. An instrument for casters is nothing more than an instrument of lies. All it takes is the right spell and your fingers will move all on its own. Will you not play? You cannot, can you? Say, I can play it for you if you'd like. All you have to do is ask. I offer my assistance, yet it is not worth a peep out of you, huh? Oh, you so happen to find the music sheet, I may decide to play. Well, I have an idea where to find one. We need some salt for her, fucking right? And she's over here now, but... Although at the moment, I think I'm probably producing enough salt right now that I wouldn't need to, like, pull any. So scribbled note. Because, like... Again, not to keep bitching about that segment, but I am still incredibly salty over that. Like, the door puzzle that was trial and error, that was one thing. It wasn't, like, super hard to eventually figure it out, because there was only so many combinations you could do. The second puzzle, you could actually find a hint to it around here to be able to figure out what it was. There just wasn't really a whole lot to tell the player, i.e. me in this instance, what to do with the teddy bear pieces. Like, oh, thinking of standard RPG Maker logic, I have to open up my inventory to interact with an item. Because we haven't really had to have the number keys be used for a function before. Or at least in most other RPG Maker games I've played, yeah, collect them is obvious, yeah. But the rest of it just, yeah, nothing. Nothing. The wall is leaking, yeah, it's fine. Let's try this scribbled note. Really? An illegible stained piece of scrap? I stand corrected. Very impressive, Mouse. Though at the same time, if you call that a precious memory, I feel rather disgusted to wear this skin. Iron combination lock. I guess I have to use the mouse for that. No good. No. I believe in you as well. Inspect the box. Just think about what each of these rooms have. Seriously, it is a no-brainer. So what? I have to go upstairs and... Am I counting the number of rooms? Is that it? Let's see, 1, 2... I guess we can try 4. Cause like, before this one, so like, the rooms that are before the bear room. Like, that's my best guess. It said what each of the rooms had? I mean, I guess we can look. That's a mirror. This had a mirror. Nothing inside. What could have made it? So we're still not going to care about that. But the thing is, does it mean lanterns? Does it mean, like, the holes in them? Does it mean, I don't know, the number of wood slats in the floor? Like, it's not being specific. It's just saying, hey, clearly this is a ghost hole. Like, if you're gonna try to rip off the fucking puzzle from Mad Father with a just count all these items in these areas, you gotta specify what item the player is supposed to be counting. Like, don't just make it obtuse for the purpose of being obtuse. So, like, there's the cupboard. Like, I legitimately don't know what I'm supposed to be looking for. I see, it was fun at first to tease you, but seeing you as you are now is starting to become sad. Try counting those lanterns, even the ones that could be hiding in barrels. And you know what? I'm sick of playing your game. Yeah, no, you only want to fucking shank us, you sorry-ass sack of shit bitch. Music sheet. Well, in theory, it's not a limited number of tries. It's not, but after... The thing about having a segment that it can just infinitely frustrate your player is that they, after that point, have limited patience for everything else going on in your game, much like I do right now. If your player has no patience for your game, even if later portions of it are much easier, they're going to either miss shit or are just not going to see what you want them to see. Granted, in this instance, they only told you about the lanterns after you go back to check it, I want to say 3 times? Which, like, it's starting to teeter towards really bad adventure game logic. And I mean teeter, it's not quite there yet. It's kind of like it's... You know how, like, LaCroix is just fruit sitting next to a truck of seltzer water, basically, for the flavor? This kind of feels like that with adventure games. Which, that may just sound like I'm full of crazy saying that. Gotta love that moon logic. Well, I mean, it's not quite at moon logic, thankfully. There is still some logic you can follow. But it's more in that it's dragging the player around by the nose rather than just being motherfucking direct. Again, lead the player, but don't hold their hand. You've got to leave a trail of breadcrumbs, not a couple of crumbs every few miles. Because otherwise they're just gonna lose the trail. It seems you have a music sheet for this. Do you need my assistance? Of course you do. Play that kalimba, bitch. Now let us see. What disgusting music.
Well, I mean, it was written to be a spell, not a song to shake the ages. Oh, I guess that's what's playing now is like what it's supposed to sound like. In that case, it's actually better. You just half-assed it, you bitch.
Not even gonna thank me? How rude.
You're trying to kill us, fuck you.
Would you look at that? I must say, Mouse, I truly am impressed right now.
Well, you can shove that impressiveness and shove it up your ass, I don't care.
Well? No need to dawdle any longer. Surely you must be extremely curious.
Well, if you'd shut the fuck up, you cunt, I'd actually be able to move. Jeff has the right idea. Just keep his face turned away from you and ignore you. You're obnoxious.
As soon as you're ready, shall we?
Oh, right. Just in case.
I would say you have a rather unimpressed look on your face. But believe me, this mirror is the single most important item in this whole cabin. Say, Mouse, I take it that you're not a caster. I also take it that I am no longer within my century, let alone decade. You see, this little log cabin belongs to one of said casters. An annoying witch, to be more accurate. And no matter how hard we try, neither of us would be able to escape from this musty shed. At least not until we stop her. There's a particular knife with magical properties somewhere in this cabin. If you cut yourself with it and smear your blood on this mirror, it'll take us straight to her. But do not fret. This time I will stand by your side.
Uh-huh.
Think you can find it? I would not be surprised if it was something the apprentice held onto this whole time.
I mean, she's fucking dead upstairs, so... yeah, I know where the knife is.
Mouse, it seems you've not yet dealt with the apprentice. That is unfortunate.
Lady beside a teenage girl. Their attire matches the date of the aesthetics of this cabin. Kinda cute. Well, the apprentice is gonna T-pose on us for dominance. Are you in the shitter? She is not, but I will cut off the water. No point in wasting it. Okay, there we go. Now we can actually just relax for a hot second. And just enjoy the moment. But you see how it says X to exit right there? They probably could have had... He could have put, like, number key to open bear part or something like that. Like, just something to make it more obvious to tell the player what to do. And it's something that's very easy for devs to forget, in that, oh, they know what they're supposed to happen, so of course they don't need a reminder as to what they need to do. But a player doesn't have that insight. The player, it's their job to play the game and unravel what the developer is trying to show them for their story. But if you don't direct them to go along your same line of thought, then they're just not going to be able to get through it. And I know I keep harping on and on and on about that, but, like, still. They're important things to remember. Ah. So is this, like, actually, like, showing actual game time versus how far I've actually made it through? On one hand, that's very neat. But on the other hand, that's very depressing as well. If that is indeed the case. Okay, now do we grab the fucking salt? Using this... Hmm. Sorry to go quiet for so long, but I just genuinely don't know what I'm supposed to be doing now. And quite frankly, I am close to frustrated to the point of I'm not sure I would want to even continue playing. But at the same time, I am curious as to where all of this is supposed to be going. But I have been playing for, or I have been live for longer than 3 hours. And yeah, I think I have been salty for long enough. I've been, like, complained enough. I just feel really bad because we've only gotten 2 things done in this game. And that's it. That's how bad the last 2 parts of the segment were. And if the time is showing like how far you are in the game versus how far you've actually been or how long you've actually been playing, I don't like that there is what's effectively now a whole extra hour of padding. From a player's repeated failure. Or in this case, my repeated failure. Yeah, no. Anyway. It makes it kind of feel artificially stretched, and that's because it is. Which, that really disappoints me, because it did look so good. Like, its art is good, the music is good, and like, the very beginning intro to this was good. It had me hooked. It had me interested, genuinely. But the moment you frustrate your player, it's kind of like how it is in many other horror games. The moment you frustrate / anger your player, that's the moment they stop being scared, and that's the moment they stop caring about your game. Because that's when their immersion breaks. You break that, it's going to be infinitely harder to get that player's immersion back. It's kind of like when you're telling a story. You have to catch the player, or whoever's listening, reading, what the fuck ever, to your story. You have to hook them. And if you lose that hook, well, then your story just doesn't work from there. Or in this case, game. Because, like, you can look up many different games and find probably... Oh, gosh, let me think. I know one game I can think of right off the bat, but it's like the most egregious example, and that's Black River. I don't know if... I know Hawk played it once. You could probably... I don't know if you had seen that, or you could tell me about it, but like... Black River is another RPG Maker game, and it's made in RPG Maker XP. And it is god awful. And I finished that game just out of pure spite. But this game doesn't want to make me continue it out of spite. I don't know. We'll see how I feel about it next week. Yeah, you know the game I'm talking about. You know the game. But like, it had some just absolute dog shit segments. And the only thing that really kept me playing that game was the fact that it had like your standard RPG battle shit going on. So I could just grind in an area and then more or less just steamroll my way through the next 2 or 3 until I would have to do that again. And there were far more offensive bugs in that game than in this one, because like the only real notable bug, if you want to call it that, was like the one I mentioned earlier with the not bog witch, because I thought she was the bog witch last week. But yeah, gotta love classic JRPG sensibilities, yeah. Which, it's really sad because the same people who made Black River had made Black Home. And I don't understand. I legitimately do not understand that if it was the same team working on both games, how in the fuck did they go so wrong? Because, like, Black Home is cheesy. It is in my top 10 RPG Maker games because I adore it. I love it so much. It's not the best game out there, but what it does well. However, I'm only so kind to it because I got it in a predatory sale to where I could buy it for, like, I think 59 cents? It was either 59 or 69 cents. And for that price, it was well worth it. Yeah, but anyway, I've yammered on for long enough. I give thanks to everyone who's hung out, chatted, and lurked. Your company is always greatly appreciated. And to the great he-goat for the raid earlier. Sorry for, like, bitching the rest of the game, effectively. And the rest of the stream. May next week be better. Good night, everybody.